Yeah. What it do, y'all? It's your boy DJ Mike C's coming at you live one more again, straight from the underground, the show. You dig what I'm saying? And once again, we are in the building, getting another episode in as we do. Peace and shouts out to my crew, Raw Dynamics. What's up, peoples? How y'all doing? Cleveland, what's happening? We got my man, the sheriff, is in the building today, and he is sometimes known as Mr. Al Porter. You dig what I'm saying, Mr. Porter? How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing excellent, brother.
I'm glad to see you. I'm glad you came on down and blessed us with your presence here down in the Underground Show. And, you know, we're going to do what we do here at the Underground Show. We're going to talk about past and present and the future as we, push along in this Cleveland hip-hop movement. You know what I'm saying? So, if y'all ready, mic check 1 2. This mic is on. Let's get it in. What's been going on with you? First of all, man, you know what I'm saying. Talk to me. What's been happening with you? You know what I'm saying. I've been running into you for the last couple of days, and here and there. I think we met up together at the GMS. What was it? The
auditions for the Ohio mixtape.
There you go. That's what's up. Peace out to GMS while Gotti is in the house. Right. You know what I'm saying, and we gonna do it like that. So we're going to jump right into it. We're going to talk about, some things I got for you, you know what I'm saying, and it's going to go like this. First and foremost, listening to your CD, which is a very good project. Congratulations, sir, on that. You're welcome. I wanted to know, I noticed that the majority of your music is, pretty much political driven. You know what I'm saying? You don't really have a lot of MCs that's really talking about the political or real life side of things that's going on in hip hop. So talk about the things that's right here, right now, what's happening inside of Cleveland, Ohio. So first of all, what made you want to take on the political ills of the Cleveland, and for that matter, put it in your music?
Basically speaking, since you ask a question like that,
right,
it's because I wanted to talk about some things that I wanted to hear,
okay,
and nobody else was addressing.
Right.
I have a family.
Right.
I'm dealing with everything from the school system,
right,
from the shortcomings of it, the shortfalls, okay, being vice president of Black on Black Crime Incorporated as well. So in dealing with all of these different issues,
right,
as an artist, that's what caused me to do more political driven rhymes. I had no choice in that because
you was forced.
Yes, I was forced to deal with it because there's all kinds of different hip hop rap for different people, but for myself, I noticed there are more people who wanted to hear certain things, and it just wasn't being delivered.
Okay. Now, and keeping up with that. Now, give me your opinion on why, like you said, most you had to speak about it yourself because you don't hear a lot of MCs. Talk about, in your opinion, why you think MCs just really don't walk down that path.
Sometimes a lot of people have said, well, I wish more MCs or I wish more artists would deal with it, but some of them aren't dealing with it, and I'm going to take the opposite approach and say I'm semi-glad that they don't, because they're not studying about it or they're not as concerned. So with that being said, I would rather have somebody who's not really concerned. Don't get out there and make falsehood statements.
Right.
So on the CD that I put out, everything I did, I'm involved in directly. I've studied, read, went, asked questions, beat on doors, everything like that.
Beat
and
on doors.
asked for assistance and help in certain areas, and it fell on deaf ears. So that forced me to have to deal with it in the direct way that I did.
Okay. SOTC Radio, 89.3 WCSB Monday nights. One night I was, checking in, chiming in, and you guys were having a conversation, and they kind of referred to you as the Chuck D of Cleveland hip hop. Is that the right description of you? Will you accept that? Should I say?
That when you say something like that, that's
is that a big title?
It is a big title, especially when you have artists here like D-Roof,
right?
And, Poetry Fiend as well.
Okay, much respect.
So it's a heavy title on that, but it's one that I graciously, not only when he made that statement, but a couple of other people had called in and made that assessment as well. I could accept that and say I'm very thankful.
A few people co-signed behind that. They'll say that.
And I'm thankful because that's the music that I came up on was.
That's a direct compliment, you know what I'm saying? In the South.
So the message from Grandmaster Flash all the way through to a few other artists.
Right.
So that's why I say, okay, I can accept it because I love everything from KRS-One, Public Enemy, Kumo D. So I'm thankful for that.
All right. That's what's up. So tell me, how did you get the name the Sheriff? You know what I'm saying? Did the style of your music play any part of that? How you got into the name?
What happened was I worked at a job. I ended up getting and this is a true story. They gave me a star.
A star.
And it was
a sheriff star.
A sheriff star.
Oh wow.
And it was like for Employee of the Month. And I can put it out there and say I was working at Jacobs Field, now Progressive.
Wow.
So Georgianne Jones, rest in peace, she started calling me the Sheriff.
Wow.
And so as I looked at that name, I had a couple other names I wanted to go with when it came to.
What were they?
One of the worst names
I
ever wanted. I called myself MC Cleveland at one time.
Oh wow!
But it was because I love this town and area I'm in, and I'm surrounded by MCs such as at that time MC Chill, a few others.
But that was early.
Early.
That was when hip hop was still kind of young.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was so proud of Cleveland that it translated around 1998, 99. I was considering sticking with MC Cleveland or something like that.
Okay.
And then when I looked at it, I saw the badge and what it represents.
Okay.
And a lot of people will say, well, the sheriff, they've always been crooked. They've always done this, that, and the other. And I can agree with that. But on the flip side, in order to deal with the outside, you have to be able to arrest your own thoughts.
Right.
You have to be able to arrest everything that's going on around you and add some sort of law into your order of what you're doing and everything like that. So therefore, I took the name the Sheriff, and then that means by handling up my own, now I can go after everybody from the crooked police officers and
crooked
sheriff department and all of that crooked hip hop.
That's what's up.
So that's it.
We're gonna do one more, and then we're gonna jump into the video. You know what I'm saying? We got some hot videos coming up on the Underground Show. Y'all check them out. And this is straight Cleveland-based MCs that's just really getting it down, and they're stepping that game up, and, which is a very good thing. We're going to talk about that in some future shows on how we need to, everybody, step our game up so we can definitely compete with these other folk out here. But tell me, you run the Hip Hop Workshop, okay? What is it? You know what I'm saying? Why was it created, and who was it for?
By being vice president of Black on Black Crime Incorporated, the Hip Hop Workshop was created and first run in the second Saturday of February 2004. The mission statement, it was based to cause MCs or any artist or entertainer to be able to become more involved with their community if they should choose. So it's used as a bridge between adults and youth.
Okay, and you guys have 3 rules, right?
Oh, yeah.
And those rules are?
Basically speaking, you can be mean but keep it clean.
Okay.
That's it in a nutshell.
Okay. So, in that being said, you can be mean but keep it clean. But in the meantime, we're going to roll into this video, you know what I'm saying? Some of Cleveland's finest. Y'all check it out. We'll be right back. Peace.
Y'all serious? Yeah, L can't find a team. Elementary.
Je suis venu te dire que je m'en vais.
Ha, L Camp.
Je suis venu te dire que je m'en vais.
E-line. Poetry, emotion, pitch, purified, focus frequencies, reaching from serenity that got you open primordial paradise. From Prometheus dust, to say the flame remaining as such, I'm blazing it up. Dwindling, you turn the kindling, the tailgate, soundscapes to the face for the drapes, over the shutter, the ghost, the host with the most nectar in the bag, lottie-dottie in the coat, nigga, and I'm ready to roast. If they third eye blind, then they never be unstoppable to fight for your mind. Love yourself, it's only logical, I'm on to the truth. Sharp be the clever keeper, God-given truth, the love, the only way to say the people cut to the root. Word born, make you feel the proof, from beyond where the stars fall, on got toss electric. I know it's difficult to accept it, the invincible, indivisible, elemental shit that's so critical, bitch.
He ain't lying. He ain't lying. That nigga, he ain't lying. He ain't lying. He ain't lying. Hey.
Nigga come over my house with a switch squeeze. Yeah, we give about to spit the shit. That was a fat bitch weed. Nigga come over my house with a switch squeeze. Yeah, we give about to spit the shit. That was a fat bitch weed.
Okay, I get it. I know I gotta admit it. The shoe was perfectly fitted. I ain't been high in a minute. Tick, don't forget it. Money, I'ma get it. Cash overhanded, I'm running rampant. Sit down, I can't stand it. Some rappers that just go on recording. I be recording and recording to exhort them. Stack it, and pack it up. Chillin', feeling the breeze. If my pen till it bleed. Pray to God up on my knees. Pray to God to give me peace. Cause I really need it. Give me a task and I will succeed it. We still admit and beat it. Hit the ball and I'll leap it. Undefeated for my teammates. Check the resume. Niggas better catch up on delay. I'm on the way. Give me like 10 minutes and I'm in it fly. Kill them dead, don't need no alibi. Michael Jackson, better mind. Y'all bitches can die. No chin set in here. Now ain't that a lot. Split the sea, let it magnify. Glowing into the sky. Roll around with my feet up, turn the heat up, pound the beat up, kill it nasty. Roll around with my feet up, turn the heat up, pound the beat up, kill it nasty. Roll around with my feet up, turn the heat up, pound the beat up, kill it nasty. Roll around with my feet up, turn the heat up, pound the beat up, kill it nasty. Kill it sad.
What it do? We coming back from the hot, video coming from Cleveland 216. Hope y'all enjoyed it. I am your man DJ Mike C. Straight from the Underground Show in the building today. We got my man Al Porter, better known as the Sheriff. You dig what I'm saying? Sheriff, welcome back to the show.
Oh, I'm enjoying it. I'm
glad you came on down, man. We having fun, and we're gonna keep on pressing on like we do. And when we left off, we was talking about the hip hop workshop, and so after all this has started, talk about the response that you've gotten from the general community, the hip hop community. You know what I'm saying? How have everybody absorbed, this movement that you got going on?
They've absorbed it very well because we have been very blessed. And when I say blessed, I mean to have appeared in the front page of the Cleveland Plain Dealer,
right,
along with several of our artists and people who have come through to have had the front page of the Metro section. I've been mentioned in the Call and Post several times.
Oh, you hot out here.
So we even had a hip hop workshop on the inside of the Call and Post newspaper building, and was the first hip hop workshop not only there, but the first hip hop event at the East Cleveland Theater.
Oh wow!
So now we're at Cleveland State University.
Yeah, you guys were just there last night. You were?
Yes.
How would that go? Who was down there?
It was beautiful because, of course, we were there in Cleveland State, the main classroom building.
Okay.
And right down the hall from the Black Studies Department.
Right.
And one of our main speakers was, of course, Silver Bill Richard Silver B in the mix.
Yeah, I seen him at the parade going down the street down Kansas, you know what I'm saying, on the Memorial Day parade that we have, you know what I'm saying, every year. Memorial Day? Is it? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Labor Day.
Labor Day. Labor Day. I
Right.
got all out the game. I'm trying to go back to summertime, y'all.
I hear you.
Okay. Now tell me, are there any ideas for expanding the workshop, you know what I'm saying, getting new forums in, you know, talk about going to different cities and stuff like that?
I'm glad you brought that up because we were just in Elyria.
Okay.
We were invited by CAA, Corrupt All Around.
Okay.
And we got a chance to go down there, and there were a lot of people that showed up because by it being the brainchild and the umbrella up under Black on Black Crime Incorporated, they brought us down there because they're having a lot of problems down there.
Wow.
In the area, Lorraine area.
Okay.
And it was beautiful because people of all races are having problems.
Right.
And so when you're on the front line and you help do things to solve them rather than, you know, just leave it alone.
Okay.
That was a big eye-opener for me. So I was very proud of myself and the artist that went down there.
Up. That's cool. And that was the city really open, you know, welcome you guys with open arms and everything. Right. Okay. Okay, so let's push forward. Let's talk about this music for a second. And,
okay.
You have a musical project, and it's called "Banned from My City." What was the motivation, you know what I'm saying, behind that when you started putting this together? Especially with Banned from My City.
Banned from My City. The idea from it is that dealing with some of the topics, everything I believe has got to start from the top down.
Right.
You know, so you look as the head is, so goes the rest of the body. So in dealing with the mayor to, you know,
City
everything
Hall,
from
right, schools.
City Hall, schools, RTA,
right.
You name it. All of those things I had no choice to deal with. And, you know, 107 Swine, the whole 9 yards. That's why it was called Banned from My City.
That's what's up. Are you planning to do another? I know you got another one coming up.
Oh yes, I'm putting out a few singles so far as we speak.
Okay,
that will be on the next album.
That's what's up. But maybe we might get into a little bit of that when we get into the booth session. So y'all stay tuned. Tell me on the project, how did you get your mom to be a willing participant on the LP? That's, you know what I'm saying, very rare for people to get, you know what I'm saying, their parents involved.
My mom knew that I love rap.
Okay.
Because I was one of those Sugar Hill Gang heads. I love that song. She loved it too.
Right.
But she had heard a song on the radio. And she went out and bought that song and brought it in and said, if you like rap, you need to listen to this. And she played
had the right spot for
Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five's Message.
Oh.
So she's been with rap ever since.
Okay.
So on her part, she talked about some of the music that she loved coming up from James Brown and Kenny Rogers.
Right. It was because it was tripping me out. You know, she was rolling down the, you know, saying the who's who and hip hop. I'm like, okay, you know, it was like she was actually saying, you know, this is the music that I listen to, and I'm passing this down to you. You know what I'm saying? So it was a good ode, you know what I'm saying, to you type of, you know, joint. I was really feeling that, you know what I'm saying. I like that one on all of them, you know what I'm saying, all the joints on there. You know, and you know, let's, you know, push on, you know, saying building off of, you're doing a hip hop workshop. So and with that, you have a lot of folks that are, you know, that really look up to you and believe, you know what I'm saying, and take the direction from you to, you know, help others, you know, with, you know, not only just, you know, with the musical aspect, but, you know, in their lives. So how do you feel about, you know what I'm saying, being able to put your stamp of approval on, you know what I'm saying, certain things, and, you know what I'm saying, in the hip hop community, and people take heed to it?
it feels wonderful when we get out there and I ask for, like we say, we provide that forum. So when artists decide to join up on the front line and fight for their school system by showing up at school board meetings, certain things like when we fought hard to keep Huron Road open and all of that, to see artists actually come out and fight for themselves so that we can become a political force in our North Coast area. That's what I love.
Do you think it's shocking people that when they see this and they actually start to believe that this can really happen, you know what I'm saying, when they come out to events like that and they see all the people out there doing what they do?
I think it is beginning to shock them a lot. And I'm looking forward to within the next, I say, year, it won't be that shocking.
No, it won't.
They'll be used to it.
Right.
And then they'll be concerned with it. And that's what I'm looking forward to.
Okay. Not too long ago, my homie Mexi J, you know what I'm saying, peace to her down there in Akron doing her thing, 33044, whatever you want to call it. She stopped through the show and, you know what I'm saying, she definitely showed some love. But you two generally have, you know, one good thing in common. What is that? Do you know?
Wow. The Damon Mumford Humanitarian.
That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? That's the Humanitarian Award. That comes from the Ohio Hip Hop Award, crew and what they do. And tell me how you felt when they presented you with this, you know what I'm saying, beautiful, beautiful piece, and, you know, the emotions you felt when that happened. Did you know you was going to get it?
No, I didn't.
Oh, wow.
I was like surprised. I was very surprised that I had been rushed up towards the front of the VIP part. So I'm just thinking, because usually I don't go up there. If I can help it. I stand down to watch the show because I love watching shows if I'm not involved in it, so I can enjoy it.
Yeah, if you want to catch the sheriff, he's always lurking around in the background.
Right. So when I received it, I was very thankful. Very thankful. I felt tears.
Yeah.
And so with that award, of course, I've got to thank the Ohio Hip Hop Awards and the people around me whom have inspired me to continue on. And then, of course, the two main things. Number one, I always thank the creator. And then number two, I thank my mom for knocking some sense in my head so I can receive that type of blessing.
Okay. That's what's up. Okay, we gonna move forward, and, you know, and speaking of blessings, you know what I'm saying, tomorrow, you know, across the whole world, you know what I'm saying, especially, you know what I'm saying, in the United States, it's the 10-year anniversary of, you know, the 9/11 tragedies. And talk about, you know, where you were when this went down, and, you know, saying, how did that affect you personally? You know, I don't know if you maybe have people involved, you know, family that may have perished in this, you know, saying, just talk about that day for a sec.
I was at work at, now it's the Q at Gund Arena.
Okay.
Putting beverages on the inside of suites. So like beer, wine, pop, you name it. And long story short, the announcement came to go home because of what was going on. And there were a lot of people watching the TV at different locations, security, desk, you name it. So when I went home, I got through the traffic and everything like that, and I didn't have time enough to think until watching it all for those hours. And, you know,
so you didn't really realize what was going on? I
didn't really realize until I was at home.
I kind of felt the same way, because it was like I actually had woke up that morning. I turned on the TV and I seen it happen, but I didn't even believe it was going down. I turned off the TV, went to sleep, woke up at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, turned the TV back on. Then I seen, you know, everything was in mayhem, and I'm like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying, somebody really did this, you know what I'm saying. And I almost had the same thing, because I called my job. I was like, I think I'm gonna get a day off. I'm like, yo, that's what's up. You know, I called my job. I was like, do I gotta come to work today? They was like, yeah, bring your ass to work. So, you know, it was, you know, it was definitely a breathtaking thing. And, you know, I do want to say, on behalf of the Underground Show, Raw Dynamics, GMS, Ohio Hip Hop Awards, everybody in Ohio, you know what I'm saying, from Ohio to New York, and everybody across the board, we want to show peace and love and blessing to all the families out there that suffered a loss, you know what I'm saying, because you can't bring them people back.
True.
And all you have is memory. So if you have that, hold on to them. And with that being said, you know what I'm saying, we're going to get on out of here. But, you know what I'm saying, we're going to bring up the mode a bit, because my man, He's gonna get in the booth, and he gonna do what he do, and it's going down. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna do this thing, and y'all stay tuned. It is DJ Mike C's, the Sheriff Al Porter, straight from the Underground Show.